All right, so for question 1A, have your calculator ready. You might need it, you might not, but it's better to have it ready in case you do. So question 1A, three expressions are written below. A, there you go. B, there you go. C, there you go. Which expressions are equivalent to 8x to the third, y to the sixth? So this is all testing your ability on exponents, your ability to get through an exponent question. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to kind of evaluate each one, A, B, and C. If it works, you'll put in a check next to it. If it doesn't work, you can cross it off and then go from there. So just good test-taking strategy anytime they say, which of the ones below are? Analyze them, cross them off, or check next to them if they work, okay? So question A, or choice A, I should say, or expression A, not really choice A, expression A, we have 2xy squared parenthesis 3. Now, there's a property of exponents that a lot of people don't remember. It's not commonly used, but of course it's being used here because it's the Regents exam. We have an exponent outside of parenthesis to a quantity. So this behaves as a power rule. I call it like a distributive property, and I do this because it's not really a distributive property, but it kind of is. All the bases here, 2 is a base, x is a base, y is a base. The way this rule works is if you have a power outside of a parenthesis, you distribute that power outside to all of the bases. So this 3 is going to go to the 2, it's going to go to the x, and it's going to go to that 2 that belongs with the y as an exponent. So let's see how it plays out, and that's the rule. So the 2 does not have an exponent, so that 3 becomes his exponent, just like that. Now it goes to the x. That x does not have an exponent, so that 3 becomes the exponent. The y does have an exponent, so what happens is the exponent with the y is going to have to interact with the exponent 3 that's coming through. The way they interact is if it's inside, outside, parentheses, inside, outside, multiply. With power, sometimes you add them, but this case, if it's a power going through a parenthesis, it multiplies. So 2 times 3 is 6, okay? A little bit of cleanup. The x is good and the y is good, but 2 to the third power is just 2 times 2 times 2, right? 2, 3 times. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, so we end up with 8, and then that x cubed y to the 6th comes down with us, x cubed y6. It has to match x cubed y6. It does match it, so I'm going to put a check next to choice A. A is good. Now, here's another trick to shorten this test. If any of these choices down here don't include A, they're gone, right? Because A works. Look at choice 2. It says B and C only. A works, you're gone. B and C might work or they might not. I don't care, but it needs to include A. You're gone. Loving this. Already down to 3 choices. Look at the next one. I'm going to leave this one here as kind of a template so we can look at it as we consider this. So I'm going to write the second one in purple. 2x. Also, as you do these questions, guys, if you need scrap paper, get it. If you're trying to cram it in your book and you can't fit it, get a piece of scrap paper, fold it up, tuck it in. Chances are you're better off doing math that way if you respect giving yourself some workspace than just trying to cram it all in. You're like, I'll do it in my head. You're not going to do it in your head. Y to the 6th power. Okay. So looking at this 3, again, I've got an exponent outside of a parenthesis, so it's going to do that fake distributive property. It's going to go to the 2, and it's going to go to the x. So this becomes 2. He now earns an exponent of 3. X now earns an exponent of 3. He gets an exponent. And then y to the 6th is just going to come down with us. Sorry about running out of space here. Okay, cleanup time. X is good. Y is good. 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So I get 8x cubed y6. That matches the one they gave me, which means choice B also works. So now if any of these answers don't include B, I can get rid of them. Look at choice C. It says A and C only. A works, C might. B works, though, and you don't say B, so you're crossed off. Okay? Either C works or C doesn't work. So let me clear out some of my space here. Okay, I think hopefully we kind of sort of know those rules at this point. Okay, last one. Actually, the last one is the easiest of the 3, in my opinion, to manipulate. So 2x squared, y squared, and then 4xy cubed. Okay. On this one, I have no exponents outside parentheses, so I have none of that distributive that we were talking about. This is just straight up add the exponent rule. So multiply the big numbers, add the exponents. Multiply the bases, add the exponents. So 2 times 4, the big 2 and the big 4 is 8, which is good. I need 8. Now, since we're just multiplying, we're not distributing, we just add the exponents. X squared, x to the invisible 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. I end up with 8x to the third. Remember, we're just multiplying the bases, so we add the exponents. We don't multiply the exponents. Y times, so I got y squared times y to the third. Add the exponents would give you 5. A good or wrong answer would give you 6, which would actually make that the answer. But 8x cubed y to the fifth does not match the one they gave me. C does not work. The answer has to be A and B only. Choice 1.